So GIF animations are limited to only 256 pixels colors at the end, but right now we're in full resolution in Photoshop. So it's really about the movement and this transformation that matters. It's not going to be about the subtlety of details because the format doesn't really support it. So right now I have 3 animation frames, right? I'm going to build my 4th, which looks like this. And how do I bring it over? I follow this workflow. And I'm not going to say it every time because it gives me a headache and it gets exhausting. But that's what I'm following. So I've set up my desired frame. I click the topmost visible layer, so it's selected. Then I hold down Option, say Layer, Merge Visible. Command A to select it all. Command C to copy it all. Go to my stage. Command V to paste it in. And now I go back to Assets. Command D to deselect the merged layer, and then delete the merged layer. And now I can set up my next frame. And this time, I'm going to do something really weird. I'm going to invert it. No, maybe I'll do, yeah, that'll work. The divide, right? But I'll actually go back to this one. And these are just different blending modes. Really crazy. And now, this is what I did last. Now I'm going to introduce, this is that kind of switch, you know, this cat. So I'm going to make a duplicate of it, move it up. And you don't need to understand what I'm doing because it's kind of unique to mine, but I'm going to copy the layer style I used on the last one. I'm going to paste it onto this one, right? And now I'm going to, fade this out. Yeah, my story is the transformation of the little cat into the battle cat. So you see how there's the shadow of the cat, now the bigger cat, right? And then maybe with this one, what do I want to try? Maybe this. No, is that too strong? It'll work. Maybe a little. Yeah, more like that. Okay, so now I still need to move my bushes. Because once you've started something, you need to keep it consistent. And I'm going to move my sky. And it'll make a difference in the animation test. All right, now I'm going to bring over this frame. So from this to this, right? So how do I do it? I go to my topmost visible layer, hold down Option, say Layer, Merge Visible. Command A, Command C, go to Stage, Command V. So you can work it pretty fast. Now I go back, Command D to deselect, delete, and now I set it up. Turn this one off, turn this one off. Duplicate the cat, turn off its effects, turn this one off. Maybe brighten it up a little bit. All right, and then move the bushes. And move the sky. And maybe change the opacity on the sky a little bit. Okay. Now this is my next frame. Kind of reveals the cat. If I want to be really kind of cool about it, instead of the cat staying still, I can have it just moving a little bit, right? Just a simple thing like puppet warp. So I'm just going to say Edit Puppet Warp. I'm going to lock its paws and then just move its head a little bit and its tail a little bit. Yeah, we'll get there eventually. It depends how many steps you want to do. Why am I having a shadow there? Oh, it's because of this one. Okay. Yep, and then there we go. So is that my next frame? Yeah. Maybe I want just a little hint of this. So I'm going to take it really low opacity, just so it doesn't disappear kind of entirely. All right, so this is my next frame. So hold down Option, Layer, Merge Visible. I've already selected the topmost visible layer. Command A, Command C, click on my stage, Command V. This is a good time to save, but I'm going to go back to my assets, and I'm going to deselect, and I'm going to delete, and save that, Command S. Now I'm going to run an animation test, because I've gotten to kind of the first transformation. I've really gotten to kind of the end of the middle here, even though I went slightly differently because I couldn't move the little kitten as much as I wanted to because it was in a seated position. So I kind of got to this cat a little bit more quickly, and now I can move this cat a little bit more. So to run an animation test on the stage, only ever on the stage, you could do it this way. You just click on the eyeballs really quick, but it's hard to look at the eyeballs and look at your animation. But that's an animation test. So there is a tool in Photoshop that runs the animation for you, and it's called the Timeline tool. All it does is program these eyeballs. So I go to Window and I go to Timeline. We only use it for animation tests, and then when we're all done, to save our animation. I'm going to say Create Frame Animation. Then I'm going to go to the Timeline Options, which is this little stack of lines in the upper right-hand corner of the timeline window. And I'm going to say Make Frames from Layers. Frames are for animation. So now it's turned my layers into animation frames. I drag the first blank one, which is just the blank white background, to the trash. And then I select all of these by holding down Shift and clicking on the end. And I'm going to set the timing. And the default timing I like is 0.3 seconds. And then I hit play. And this will show me how that transformation looks. Okay. And then I ask myself, is that good timing? Yeah. I think for kind of the glitch of GIF animations, that makes sense. And do you notice how it's important that those bushes are moving? And if they stopped moving all of a sudden, it would be bad. And it's even important that the sky keeps moving a little bit. And if it stopped moving, it would be bad. Mm-hmm. No, I think that's good because it goes by so quickly, right? And it sets up the bushes moving and the air moving. What I don't like is that it gets to the lightning so fast, right? But now I get to play with the cat a little bit because I can move that cat asset a little bit better. So now I've run the animation test. I think that kind of timing is pretty good. What I need to do is sweep the stage, right? That doesn't mean delete my layers. It means delete my frames. So the way you delete your frames is you select them all and then you drag them to the trash. And then I turn off the timeline because otherwise it can really mess things up. All right, now I'm going to save because things are going okay so far. And now I work on my next frame. And I'm going to play with this cat moving a little bit. So I'm going to duplicate the cat. And I'm going to puppet warp it. And I'm going to keep moving its tail. And its back. And its paws. And it's going to look kind of weird. Because I just want him basically staying in the same place, but looking like he's a living thing, right? So from this to that, honestly, that's probably a little too much. But I'm going to keep that, and I'm going to work in between it. So I'm going to make another copy. And then I'm going to puppet warp between these two. So edit, this is in-betweening. Puppet warp. And this time I'm just going to move it a little bit. Move this a little bit. Move this a little bit. So character animation can be easily overdone. So I'm going to do that one first. So it's going to be from this to this first. Now what else do I need to do? I need to play with the setting. I have to move the bushes. The things that don't matter much, like the bushes, I can change each time. But the character I want to duplicate each time, because that really matters. So I can always go back to an earlier state. And I got to change the sky. Keep it moving. And this sky, keep it moving. Even though it can be hard to tell that it's doing anything. All right, now I've got my next frame. And I run through the steps. Topmost visible layer, hold down Option, Layer, Merge Visible, Command A, Command C, Command V. All right, now I'm going to move the cat one more time. So I'm taking a little bit more time here. I have to go back to my assets layer, hit Command D, clear it, delete. I'm going to duplicate, or I'm going to show the next cat, right? I already have it down. And now I play with those same things. The bushes, the sky. Just kind of waving them back and forth. And we go from there. And I'm a little behind here, but basically I've gotten through the first 6 of my story boards, right? So what's next is it's going to turn into the big battle cat, and then I'm going to have the battle cat roar, because that's the one I have the most assets for. And I kind of have a timing strategy for how to do that. So let me bring this one over, and then that's where I'll pick it up next class. And I'll look at our course outline. I believe it is due. Actually, let's see. I think we're actually in pretty good shape because this is a long project. I get confused between the two classes. But if we look at our course outline, which you always have printed out, right, but you can always see it off of the home page as well, and the first day stuff. Today is the 26th. Yeah, it is due next class. So we'll be working hard on that. But all we have to do is make sure that a transformation is evident, right? So I'm going to copy this all over. Hold down Option, Layer, Merge Visible, Command A, Command C, bring it over. Good. Save it, Command S, go back to my assets, clear this frame with Command D and delete, and then save those assets. So now I have my assets file, I have my stage file. Make sure you know where both of those are. So this is my stage file. This is my assets file. They look the same, but I need both of them, right? And then you need your storyboard sketch, post your storyboard sketch if you haven't already. And then also save these steps, save them right into your assignment 3 folder. So you can always refer to it if you go wrong. And then back up your work if you want to have it saved in more than just one vulnerable place. And you can continue this exact process in Photopea, working between an assets PSD file and a stage PSD file. The only thing you can't do in freeware like Photopea is run an animation test, right? Without bringing it to an outside program. And that's what I showed at the beginning of today's class. So to back up my work, I take my whole folder and I put it onto my SD card. And I'm just gotten into the habit because the SD is such